Okay, amazing. We are on, and that is good. So first of all, welcome everyone. Uh, we did, Regine, it's your first time here with us, but during the pandemic, I did a lot of different type of cleansing, long ones even. It was one for I think 21 days or 1 month. Was with workout, with food, with juices, with different, a lot of consciousness also. Like we did like 4 classes and a lot of classes about healing and our body and body parts. It's something that, since I was a kid, I was into healing, spirituality, and sport. That's what my life, like this is the way I grown up. And I went and I studied also that profession to be a healer in Israel. I used to work in a clinic before I joined the center, one of my professions. And during the pandemic, I studied another 3 years online. It was live in Israel, but they couldn't go to classes physically, so they found a way to do it online. So I did 2 years. It's called natural healing. It's to help people um, with different cases, especially with chronic disease that the conventional um, medicine don't have solutions. Just medicine, right? And it's not a solution. It's actually making the person to be more sick. So it's very powerful because it's talking about a person as a whole. This is why I love it. It's like Kabbalah, and it's part from Kabbalah. So you're looking at the person as a whole and not just food or drinks, or it's all together. It's sleeping, it's working out, it's how he breathe, how he's walking, his stress. If he go to the restroom, no restroom, what he's eating, drinking, love to do. A lot of questions to analyze and find the specific chart of the person. But this is not what we're doing, in those cleansing, because it's more in an individual way and it's more deep and built in a program specific for the person and in a way that he choose what he want to start from, because this is his journey and this is his path. And the goal never can be like diet. The goal need to be health and to find what works for me, because we different people, you know, even though we have the same goals sometimes, but we are still different people, have different uh, things to take care of. And sometimes it seems like, we're doing the same things, but the level of our worries and our stress can be different from each person. So sometimes just to moderate things in a small way, let's call it like that, when there's no really uh, tough problems. But those type of cleansing that I start to do short cleansing, it's of course we can do them by ourselves. And once in a while I'm doing to myself, but I know that it's hard to do stuff by yourself. You give yourself a lot of discounts, but when you do something as a group, it's make it a little bit easier. It's not easy, but easier to restrict some stuff because there are more people out there, and there is a chat group that can support and help, and people share some pictures, some some doubts, some worries, some questions, and we support each other, even though it's for a short time, like let's say as 5 days. It's amazing to see because one of the things that we want to connect with, it's not the interfere our body to do is its work. And many times when we trying to do something or change something, we interfere in the body, because the body, if we not going to interfere, he know exactly how to cure itself. When we come in with ideas and techniques and stuff, and like eat this, no, eat that, no, do this, do that. So what's happening? We can create worse situations, or we can postpone the the healing to come into our body. If you see the first thing they do when a person go to the hospital, what the first thing they do? They stop his food and his drinks. He is on a fasting mode till they figure out what's going on. I'm sure you know different people that went and okay, you're not eating, not drinking till we find out what's going on in your body. That's the first thing they do. If you see animals when they don't feel well, what they do, they fasting. They go into the corner or they hide themselves and they fasting till they get healed. They don't eating, not drinking. When a person have a cold, what's happened to the body? Automatically, or a little bit fever, what we feel, we don't feel hunger. We don't feel thirst. People try to push us. No, you have to eat, you have to eat, you have to eat, you have to drink. No, I don't have to. My body tells me right now, don't put nothing in your body right now, because right now, let me deal with the healing. If you put something into your stomach, I need to use so much energy to digest. I don't have time for it. So let go. And this is why we don't feel hungry. Just lie down, relax, sleep, maybe have, I don't know, vegetable juice, something like that, or soup, just to, relax. But we have to listen to our body. It says in the days that we used to know exactly what we need to eat and drink and how much, because the quantity is very, very important, right? So when we do, I can share that the last cleansing we did, I wasn't a heavy coffee drinker. I used to drink coffee because, I just like the taste, not because it wake me up or, I need to have energy, because for me, I take coffee and I go to sleep. It's make me like, yawn and go to sleep. Make me tired actually, not, but I like the taste and the smell. So I have maybe one or sometimes two or one in a week or whatever. But the last cleansing, because, the way I study about coffee, it's not really good to no one. No, it's not like who you are, but we're not going to learn today about coffee. But if you learn about coffee and you do your own research, you see that there is a lot of articles that says coffee is good for you, but there is a lot of articles saying why it's bad for you and what is coffee and what it's made from and what it's coming from. So coffee is not really something that's really good to our body. Our body doesn't know what to do with coffee, and it steals our energy instead of giving us energy. But what's happened in the last cleansing, because we did a preparation of around 10 days, so we should avoid different type of foods. One of them was coffee, and then and then the cleansing was 5 days. So of course, we avoid coffee and animal products and more stuff. But so after that, I went. We finished on Friday. I went on Friday. It was something in my kids' school, and we have some like 1 hour. So I went with my wife to a coffee store next to the school. We sit, we order coffee, and I said, you know what, that will be my first coffee. After the cleanse, cool. Just I like the taste. Let me taste their coffee. I think it was the first time I was there. So I took coffee, and then we need to go. So I just took it to go. I didn't even finish the coffee. Just sip it slowly, slowly. And then I didn't realize I took the coffee, and we went to the event, and I went to work. And I didn't even pay attention. I didn't eat nothing the whole day, but not in purpose. Like I just happened, and the coffee was with me. But still, I didn't finish it. Just sip it like maybe every 1 hour, a little bit zip, and then I didn't even finish it. I think I threw it to the garbage. But then what's happened? My body start to shake, like really to like shake, and trying to talk, and my words become like weird. And I said, oh, wow, why I feel like that? Didn't realize, it's for the coffee. And then I said, oh, wow, I drink a coffee after like almost 2 weeks. And I'm not having coffee. And also, I didn't eat nothing, by mistake. So, okay, so I ate something, and then it was dinner. till around 12, 12 at night, my body was still shaking. And in the morning, I felt, it was better, but my body was still feel weird. And then since then, that memory in my body, I don't feel even to touch a coffee. I don't even have desire to take a coffee. Now, for some of you, it will sound, yeah, but I love coffee. I'm okay with that. Fine, it's not a problem. But the thing is, what cleanse are doing to our body, and many times it's removing habits, removing things that we don't need. So it's not about what I like or I don't like. It's about what my body needs or it doesn't need. Because, imagine your car. You put gasoline, and I'm sure you put in something that's good for your car, right? You're taking care of it, take it to mechanic, changing oils, right? Change your tires, make sure the gasoline is 95, whatever you usually you put. You're not going to put suddenly one day orange juice, right? Or pineapple juice, or maybe it's expensive. Water, just water. There is even free water. Anyway, you can put why? Because if you do that, you're going to damage your car. And then one, it's going to be very expensive to fix the car. Two, you need to get from one place to other place and you're not going to have a car maybe for a while. So there are things in life we taking care of and we want to make sure not to create a damage. And there are things we don't care. Yeah, my body, yeah, of course, he can manage. My body can manage till certain time in life. Because when we are young, our body parts are strong. And then slowly, slowly, we have less and less movement. Some of us, thank God, continue and do some workouts, do some yoga, moving, doing breath work, yes, taking care of themselves. But also that it's not always enough because, since we've been kids all the time moving, 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 they like dancing and eating, jumping on trampoline and eating. They're like all the time they're in movement. And I'm sure, if we go back, you remember that we used to be like that. And then slowly, slowly, life brings us to a place that we doing less and less movement. And now we need to find ways to move, right? So slowly, slowly, it's become our second nature not to move. And our nature is supposed to move, okay? But what we're not changing many times our habits, whatever habits each one of us have, right? Now, some of us, it's not about getting slimmer or having six pack. We're not talking about that. We're talking about not that type of cleanse. We're talking about different type of habits that actually they're not adding energy to my body, and they stealing energy from my body. And each one of us have different things that what's going on in his body. And if it's not in physically in his body, it can be in his consciousness. It can be, in the energy. It can have fog. A lot of people now nowadays they suffering from fog. They're like kind of in a cloud. Most of the people, if you know people around you, or you read in different articles, many people in this. I don't know the percentage, but they tired. They're like tired all the time. You know why? If you ask like why, there is a lot of answers for that. The why, but again, we're not going to talk about everything today. But this is why when we start to do once in a while, even every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, even 5 days, 3 days, 5 days, one day total fasting, whatever those like breaking the habits, breaking the rules that I created to my body, suddenly what happened when the body cannot heal itself, the body cannot remove toxins if we not stopping something all the way, all the way. It means if you are a person that you drink, I don't know, I'm just give an example, 5 coffee a day or 5 teas a day with the 1 tablespoon of honey, right, or sweetener, right? So if you're not going to stop the sweetener or you're not going to stop the coffee at all to take it out of your system, the body cannot take the toxins because of that. So it means because every time we continue, even from 5, we're going to 1, and we feel like, yes, I did it. I'm now just having 1. Still, what's happening is like you imagine you have a wound. So instead of just punching with full hand, you just punching with your finger. But it's still hurting. It's still pinching. So all of those excuses or how do you call it, like hanachot, discounts that we give to ourselves, it's not because we want to. It's because, our opponent, he doesn't want us to go to the side of the light and to see the miracles that our body can create. Because the creator create amazing system in our body that can heal itself. But the creator telling us, don't interfere. Let me do the work. I know exactly what to do. The creator exists in each one of us, and he knows exactly how to heal us. We just need not to interfere. There is a whole book. Maybe one day I will do a lecture about it, but very powerful. I'm sure there are more books, but a whole book of Dr. Shelton. Really recommend. This is in Hebrew, but you can find it in English. Dr. Shelton, he saved so many people from crazy diseases. He was here from the United States. And one of the things that he did, he helped them with fasting, different type of fasting, of course, according the person and his disease. But he saved many, many, many people. He was a doctor, but then he left everything and he became a natural doctor, opened his own facility and then facilities to heal people in a natural way. And in nature, we have everything, but we need to know how to deal with everything, what's good for me and not what's bad for me, okay? So this type of cleansing we want to do this time, the consciousness behind it, it's first of all, we want to reduce the levels of our cortisol. Because, there are a lot of things that can unbalance our cortisol. And also, if the cortisol is not balanced, it can affect our adrenal and our nerve system. Most of the time, we can be under stress, under different type of thoughts that we feel, even we control them, but still they are in the system. Then what the cause of it is like we eat in unbalanced way, we drink in unbalanced way, we not sleeping well or not enough, right? And even we can work out or do whatever we do, not always we doing it in a conscious way and fully. So the thing is that system of, running after our tail sometimes. So sometimes we need to break that, like we said before, break that routine. And there are different ways that we can work to level our cortisol. We can help our system, okay, with that. So let's say, first of all, in the morning, we don't want to activate. I'm just giving you a few points, but in the group itself, I will send a lot of material that you can read, that you can have it with you, and you can follow. And the whole point is really to do. Last time I remember it was a lady, because some people I don't really know. They're not, they're from different places, not just from Miami. So I didn't really know her, but she shared that she couldn't do the whole 5 days because for whatever reason, in that time she couldn't, but she registered and she got all the material, but she did some, a little bit, small changes she did. And she shared this, first of all, it wasn't for losing weight, but for whatever reason, she lost weight, right? And she said she feel better, she sleep better, and she didn't even do the whole program. She just did a few things, she changed. And she said, soon I will have time and I will give the 5 days and I will do the whole program because they received everything. But for me, it was also like, I was amazed because, we think sometimes, I have to do everything but no, it's also stress. So even though she couldn't do everything, but she chose to do something. That's very powerful. That's, what we study in Kabbalah, to be proactive. So it's not like I can't do it, so I'm doing nothing. Let me choose something. Because always, the way I tell my students, or in classes, when we want, or when we listen into something, the first thing come to our mind is why I can't do it. If it's something I need to walk out of my comfort zone, why I can't do it, and then I start to analyze. Okay, let me try to make it happen. We need to catch that thought, and instead of why I can do it, I need to ask myself how I can do it, how I can manifest. And again, if I can manifest everything right now, okay, at least one thing. If I can change one thing, it's already breaking one of the habits. Okay, so when we're talking about cortisol, of course, we need to somehow to reduce the stress levels, and there are different things we can do about it, as a workout, as a breath work. Sorry, as a make sure to try as much as we can to rest, to sleep more. Okay, in the morning, there are different rituals we can do, and to try not to activate the sugar levels right away in the morning. If we take something with sugar, so it's good to take it with a lot of greens, and this is why green juice in the mornings, it's good. Or to none of the fruits. We can start with just green salad or green vegetables. In the morning, we can change things that usually we don't do. Last time we study and I explain about how our liver, he love fruits. So of course, it's good also to open the morning with fruits. And again, when I say morning, it's not, I'm saying like 6 or 8. Something can be even later on the day. But if we don't want to activate right away the cortisol levels, so we can start, if we choose to take fruits, a lot of greens, like green smoothie with a little bit fruits, or the fruits can come later at the day. Okay, just one of the things that we can do. So this reboot, what we want to do, it's first of all of course, to cleanse our system. First of all, it's not to interfere, the light to do the work. Second, to have there is I built for you guys to see the structure of the day: morning, lunch, evening, what you can have, each from the 5 days. Of course, you can mix, you can change, you can do whatever you want, but this is just an idea. It's not like I have to follow the schedule and this. No, 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 for sure not. It's just an idea, just a suggestion. I can build my own thing. But what we want to focus on is, first of all, to reduce any processed sugar, to take out of the system. It means when we're talking about sugar, some people saying, "Oh yeah, but I'm using I don't know, honey, or I'm using agave, or like even different natural stuff." For the body, it's remain to be sugar. It doesn't care if it's white sugar, if it's there is an amazing movie about it. You can find it on YouTube. It's called The Truth About Sugar. It's an article. They did it in England. There are a few movies about it, about bread, about sugar, about different things. It's really amazing to see it, and they show, and the experiments that they doing, how honey, how agave, how all of those things like from nature, how it becomes sugar for the body, and the body, his response is like any other sugars, and we think, no, 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 I'm taking like a healthy. No, the body doesn't really need it, but in a moderate way, it's not a problem. But when we don't want to activate, and of course not to use in that time processed stuff, so we don't want to take that type of sugar. Fruits, take as much as you want. It's not a problem. It's fine. You can have it because the body needs the sugar of fruits. I know that many people out there, they don't agree. Many people, they saying fruits, be careful. It's a lot of sugar. It's not good for you. It's not. This is nature. There are people in this world, they live in just on fruits. just on fruits. And they have the minerals, the vitamin, whatever they need. Can you imagine? You know, Rabbi Shimon in the cave, he ate just carob. Can you imagine? One thing for 13 years, carob and water, sweet water. Carob. And still, he was strong, he was healthy, right? Of course, his body have a lot of holes and wounds, but he was in the sand, you know, most of the day because they have one a pair of clothes, they kept it for Shabbat, so they buried themselves in the sand all day to study Torah, right? And then wash themselves, and then wear the one pair of clothes they have. But can you imagine? You know, if you check the nutrition, because I Googled it once, it's like unbelievable. He have almost everything that we need. But the mind will tell us, are you crazy? I thought to do once carob cleanse, you know, like as Rabbi Shimon. I'm not sure we're going to handle it for like 5 days, just carobs. But it's amazing to see 13 years. You know, 13 years. I'm not sure we can even grasp it in our brain for 13 years. Take the most tasty food you love, try to eat it for like 2, 3 days, just that. Morning, lunch, and dinner. Just one thing. Whatever you like, pizza, this, whatever. You see, you can't. Like you like, I can't drink it anymore. I can't eat it anymore. I did once a cleanse. There is a delicious food. If you know, what is his name? Joe Cross. Joe Cross, if you know him. He's Australian. He have a disease that the doctors couldn't find a cure. He showed the bag. He have a bag like that, full with pills. He was like become like a big person. All of his skin. He showed his skin with big wounds. And they told him, listen, we're sorry. And the guy have money. You know, like he have money, he can pay. We're sorry. We don't know what to do. They try everything, whatever they try. So he somehow, you know, it was very late at night. I opened Netflix and I come across this movie that he created. I couldn't stop watching it. You know, it was very late at night. I couldn't stop watching it, and it's very powerful. I think I'm sure it's still in Netflix maybe. I think it's called Nearly Dead. I forgot. Six and Nearly Dead. Sick and Nearly Dead. I forgot the full name. But what he decided to do, he decided that he going to do a cleanse of 60 days. He going to drink just one type of juice. And of course, he bring into the movie, he bring doctors, he bring a person that show him how much, you know, you need to eat in a day, nutrition for your body, but it's a lot. It's like, it doesn't make sense. You don't have even the time to eat everything you need just to make sure your body will get all the nutrition. So he decided, of course, he did the blood test every 2 weeks to check what's going on in the blood, that it's okay. But he decided to do it where? In the United States. He did this diet in the United States. He came from Australia with maybe someone or a crew, you know, to film everything. Went into the streets and share with people what he's doing, what they think about it, and you know, ask them questions. It's a very, very interesting movie. And he put in his back of his car, he put like a blender. He used to stop. He's buying heavy. It's called, the juice he used called Mean Green. Mean Green. So when I did the cleanse, I didn't do 60 days. I did less. But you know, I did few times that cleanse. So it come to a place. That juice is delicious. Really like delicious. I'm not exaggerating. I came to a place. I couldn't even sip it. I was like, that's it. I can't handle it anymore. I know this guy did it 60 days. You know, it tastes amazing. But I couldn't. I said, that's it. I can't have this taste anymore. So even something we love so much and it tastes amazing, it's hard for us to take it for a long time. You know, he might have a goal and you have to, you know, to recover. So his desire maybe was much stronger. And thank God he been cured. He been cured. Now he helping people and he have a website and do different type of cleansing and stuff. But there is many stories about people that you know, and what he did actually, what he did. No pills, no yoga, no nothing. He was just traveling, and he drink this juice, interview people, right? Try to help people, right? So what it is, this is a fasting, but this is a fasting. It's a fasting that you can still work. It's not a water fasting. You still nourish your body. You still have the energy, and you have a lot of energy. The first few days, especially the third day, was very, very harsh, very harsh. But then after that, a few days after, that's it. The level of energy been boosted, and he could fly, you know. So why I tell you this story, first of all, it's good to watch those movies to give us that desire to go against our nature, first of all. Second, we need variety of things. We can't just do one thing. We different people. This is why we need to change something for the taste. We can handle something maybe for 1 or 2 days, but then I need to change because our opponent can make us crazy. So the focus of what we want to do, it's first of all, we're coming before Pesach, and Pesach it's all about freedom. It's to release ourselves from all of the chains that we let the opponent, to put upon us, and we want to redeem ourselves from the jail we created. So one of the things is really to do that restriction. Is to choose to do something, and this is why I choose to do it right before Pesach. I did once before Pesach. I don't know if someone even joined me, but it was the time I was study the natural healing. I'm not sure I finished yet, but I did right before Pesach. I think it was 5 days, just fruits, just raw fruits for 5 days. You don't understand the miracles that happen in my body. It's like unbelievable. It's like things you can't even imagine the process, what's happened to your body. It wasn't easy at the beginning, right? But if you continue and you push yourself, you have energy, you can work out, you can do everything. But the body goes through a different process of cleansing that is amazing. So that's another cleansing. Maybe one day we will do it together. But now we want to focus our energy of any type of sugar. It starts next Monday after the new moon, so you can still do your connections from Monday till Friday. Um, we're going to do that cleanse. It means in the next healing circle, if you do the cleanse, that will be the last night of the cleanse, right? So if you come to the healing circle, you're going to fly. If you do the cleanse, you're going to fly because your body will be cleaner and you can remove more layers faster. So that's very powerful. That will be also preparation for Pesach, that this type of healing circle. So you can tell anyone of your friends, even though they're not from Kabbalah, to come if they want to really connect with their true self. It's very powerful. I'm not promising it's going to happen in one time, but I can tell you if you do the work, you can remove some layers and you can, meet yourself somehow, somewhere along the way. That's can be very powerful. And we're going to finish it on Friday. So it's not, 5 days is not long time, even though it sounds long, but you need to have everything you need to prepare yourself that you're not going to find yourself without the ingredients to help you to do the cleanse. Also, let's see, last time I didn't have time to edit, but if you feel like and you're already doing something, of course, you can do some workout. So you can do something to move the body and let the body to release in a fast way. So everything we can to support our body, we should. Again, not crazy workouts, but something that will create movement, and in one hand it will help us to calm down our nerve system, and the other hand will move the energy that the body can release more toxins. Okay. Any questions so far?
I
Yes,
just
Reg.
I had a question about when you did the 5-day fruits only, did you
Yes.
have an issue with your cortisol, or did you do vegetables in the morning, or was it just
No,
fruit?
just fruits. Just fruits. No, no, just fruits, and it was amazing. No, no. Again, but remember, one of the rules in general, not just in cleansing, you want to eat when you're hungry and you want to drink when you're thirsty. We don't want to eat. We eating from habit, not
Mhm.
because we're hungry. So let's say when you wake up in the morning, nobody says you have to eat. The opposite. You need to, push it a little bit. So, or if you eat like something small, but we get used to when we wake up, it's become like a culture almost. I need to eat something or I need to drink something. Do you need it? Maybe your body doesn't need it. We need to start to relearn how to listen to our body. Because, every person for him, something else is good. I know a woman, she used to work here. She used to eat meat in the morning. I was in shock. I was like, what? Yeah, because she said it's protein. I need protein. I said, okay. She used to play, she used to be in a team playing, how do you call it, in the water, like with the ball. I don't know how you call it, but it's very hard sport. You need to be in the water and you play with the ball to kick the ball, in a professional team. So, yes, but still, to have steak in the morning, I was like, what? You having coffee and she having steak. And she feel okay. She feel energy. Fine. Whatever, good for her, right? But I don't think any person can do that, right? So we need to listen to our body. Now, when I did it, yeah, no, you didn't feel the level of cortisol. I didn't feel any tiredness. The opposite. I felt energized, sleep better. The body could cleanse whatever you need to cleanse, and yeah, let's keep it there. It was good, but it's something like again. It's not things you can do for life. Let's say some people doing it, as I mentioned. Some people say, I can do it, and they doing it. But we need to find, in each cleanse, this is why the way I'm doing cleanse, I'm doing them. It's called. This is a gentle cleanse. It's not a harsh cleanse. Okay. Why? Because we still people that we need to go to work. We still need to take care of the house, the kids, friends, work out, whatever we do, so you can keep your normal life, and still you can help your body to clean itself. So it's a gentle cleanse. But what happen if I pay attention? Every time I do that, you will see that you start to get more power to restrict more things that you
Mm.
want to restrict. Because you're removing layers of toxins, and now you have much more power to restrict. So each person have different things he want or wish to restrict, and some will say, I can't, I love it. Okay, fine. Suddenly you don't need it anymore, you know? So that's the case. More questions, guys? Of course, um, in the cleanse itself, of course, we can open the chat for questions and answers, or always you can text me in a private way and ask things. If we fail and we don't do exactly, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not like, oh, now my cleanse is. No, nothing happened. It's like a baby. He's falling, crying, stand up and continue. Continue, It's okay. It's okay. Like I told you, this lady, we need to do our best. I'm not, many cleanse, sometimes, yeah, I'm a falling also. So I'm taking something, okay. Why? Because it's either I take something and I continue, either I'm not taking nothing and then I suffer. We're not supposed to suffer. We're supposed to feel okay and feel happy with what we're doing, right? So this is why there is a lot of variety of what. And if we not concentrate of just on the food and the drinks, we really concentrate on life and what's really matter. So we have more energy. than usual. Okay, guys?
Okay, so what's the next step for us to choose what
No,
package we want, or like what's next?
no. The next step, there is a link I will put in the chat. You can link the link, register, and there is another WhatsApp. I'm going to post over there all of the things that we can do, should do, all of the guidance. Like I said, like samples of each day, give you like a structure, okay? Give you an ideas of if you can't, if you know, let's say if a person says, I love bread, right? And we're not going to eat bread in that time. It's okay, so you can eat. I give you a recipe for a special bread you can make really in minutes at home. It's like really minutes. It's crazy, right? At home, so not like hours. So it's less complicated than last time. You know, you don't need to sprout nothing, even though it's very very important and powerful. But I give you like guidelines what you should do.
Great.
Okay, everyone. So
Okay.
I wish all of us good luck, and let's see if we're going to do another session before, or I'm just going to record a video and put in the. I'm going to post it in the chat, or if not, you can always ask me questions. All right?
Okay, so Monday is the first day.
Yes, Monday is the first day.
Great.
Yes. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you
for
so
joining.
much. Thank
Bye
you for
bye.
your time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.